always so lovely to have you, but
having me.
particularly on today when I have to deal with these two, and you at least have some experience.
You're going to need me, Rach. You're going to need me for these guys.
You can help me out, exactly. I mentioned the Nets. Obviously, being in the middle of that, I'm sure was an experience because that is one of the most high-profile teams in the league this season. What else have you been up to, and how was that? Give us a little recap here.
Well, the stint with them was actually short-lived. I think it was more so around the time they just were signing guys. And, me just being a veteran guy that's been around, I think it was easy for communication, easy for me to be a part of just the locker room, if just that, just to add on something to the team. Being a guy that's been there before, it helps young guys feel, just a breath of fresh air to be around it, to cater to the ups and downs, so to speak. And, it was short-lived because I didn't get a chance to get out there. I ended up pulling my hamstring after we stayed in the hotel. Stayed in the hotel for a week quarantine and didn't get to get in the gym, pulled my hamstring, had to nurse that. And, it was a tough break, but hopefully, going up into more competitive games, somebody needs me to ever give me a call.
So, yeah, I knew that was one thing I was going to bring up, is that you didn't really get an opportunity to contribute. That's one of the things that people don't understand about the COVID situation. You get an athlete that gets an opportunity, but he has to sit in a room for a week and not be able to work out. Then you get 10 days and you pull your hamstring. That's not a surprise. But are you 100% healthy, one? And two, what do you think now that the trade deadline and people are calling you to tell you that you're on the jump? Now that people know, I know exactly what's going on. Yo, man, I just saw you at the jump. But now you're 100% healthy. Now that the trade deadline is gone and teams are starting to fill out their playoff rosters, like, what is it that I know what you bring, but tell the people out there what you bring to a playoff roster for a team looking for that final push.
Just knowledge of the game, man. I think in this league, experience just goes a long way. We don't talk about it enough, seeing that the game has now changed to more of a skilled game and a focus on your superstar handling, where you could keep young guys around that could just, make a shot and, do athletic things when you need them. I think the game made that turn, but when you're talking about the playoffs and playing a certain team 4 times or beating a certain team 4 times, you start paying attention to small details, and I feel like all those small details and intangibles are the things that really put me on Front Street. Doing those little things nobody else wants to do, making something out of nothing. My brother always constantly talked to me about that growing up. You make something out of nothing, you always got a spot on the team. And he was like, you constantly make that play, you're going to be okay playing basketball. And it's, sometimes that's my favorite play, mastering the broken play. Everything goes wrong, we get a steal, push the momentum in the other direction. So I'm just going to continue to work on my stuff, stay in shape. Like you said, Richard, stay healthy. And hopefully I get that call.
Hey, Shump, listen, I feel like this. I'm with you on 100%. I love, I'm always lobbying for vets like yourself, Jamal Crawford, Isaiah Thomas, to be on rosters, right? Because here it is. I think the roster now is like 17 guys, and everyone is not happy, right? And you have a lot of young guys on these rosters who are not getting playing time, not or not in the rotation, whatever the case may be. And I think that you need vets like yourself on that bench to monitor, to mentor these young guys and help them along the way to make sure that they stay focused. But past all that, I want to know, if you could pick a team and you watch a lot of basketball, you see all the contenders out there, which team are you looking at that you could possibly go and help right now or in the near future for us this season to help them go win the title?
I think it's a couple teams.
You don't have to say anything because we don't want you to eliminate any opportunities. But
that's what I'm saying. At this point,
I got something for you, Shump. So Kendrick makes such a good point, and one of your former teammates was in this situation. Carmelo was out of the league for basically a year, right? And then came back and showed exactly what he brings to the table. So you have seen that before. And Carmelo's name was in the news just this week again with you and Phil Jackson giving a pretty extensive interview about his time with the Knicks. And he talked about Carmelo, and he said, I think he wanted to be a leader, but he didn't fully know how to be. And as someone who was in that locker room, I was wondering what you thought about that.
Um, I think that Melo is his own version of a leader. I think we get so caught up in how this leader does it, how that leader does it. And it's kind of why we can't compare certain players when we want to look for the greatest player ever. You can't compare them because of their leadership role and how they attacked it. It's more so your opinion of how they did it. But I'm sure anybody that's in a locker room with somebody that's being mentioned as the greatest, they'll definitely have a majority's vote. Like, nah, I was next to the guy. I would love to go to war with him. Melo was one of those guys that I've never felt so safe as far as I didn't start off this way, but as the games went on, I started realizing this dude will really take the blame for everything. Like there was times that I'm like, why you don't just say what happened like that? You know what I mean? Just
Right.
say what happened. Like
He's
why
taking
you?
all the bullets for everyone else.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you taking the bullets, bro? Just say it. Maybe they'll play harder. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You just gave me everything you got tonight. Like, I'm gonna be fair with him. You know what I'm saying? He knows I'm gonna be fair. I got a lot of mouth. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say what I gotta say. So it's like if I'm yelling at him, I'm like, bro, why don't you just say it? And he would just. That's not on me to do that to that man. You know what I'm saying? He always thought about, am I taking food out of somebody's mouth by saying that? You know what I'm saying? Do we got kids? I don't know. I don't want to fill his mind with that. I know I can take everything, harbor it, and I can make stuff happen. So I'm going to continue to do that. And when me and him had that understanding, that's what made me and his relate. That's why my respect for Melo as a player came. Because I used to be the guy that was always over his shoulder like, man, you got to get a ring or else they going to talk about you like this. And he would always tell me that's not his focus. His focus is on playing the game the right way, bring it to a team. And if he get it, he get it. But he can't live in his career thinking that way.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.